Good morning. It's Saturday, September 17th. And Judge Aileen Cannon has finally appointed the special master. She has appointed the inactive Judge Raymond Dearie to be the special master. Now, Dearie was appointed by Ronald Reagan to be a judge, and he served until 2011 as an active judge. And his status now is not retired but inactive, and that means that he can go onto the bench again if needed. He can be called in to duty. Now, from everything I read, both sides, Republicans and Democrats, think of him as a very fair and favorable man. And based upon some of the decisions that they described, he was a fair judge and he did the right. And he was always upset when he had to sentence somebody to a long sentence. So I think she did the correct thing and she picked somebody that's amenable to both sides. But my problem with the special master is not with who is appointed special master. It's the time that they're going to waste in getting this job done, in getting the work that the Department of Justice has done. The conviction that I believe is needed is going to be delayed because Judge Cannon has set the schedule for Judge Dearie to complete his work by November 30th. Now, that's a long time. It may not seem like such a long time because it's 10 weeks, but it's a long time because it comes after the November election. The final product has to be produced after the November election. And that puts in my mind a possibility that this case will just be dismissed. And all the work that the Justice Department has done will be dismissed if there's a major change in the makeup of the current Congress and Senate. And that worries me. It worries me because Donald Trump has to be brought to justice. And also put into the mix that the Justice Department had requested that the special master finish his work or her work by October 12th. So they're willing to give like 4 weeks of time to the special master. And the judge, Aileen, is giving the special master an extra 6 weeks. So Donald Trump got his way, and there is a special master. And now Donald Trump wants to split the bill with the Department of Justice. No, I don't think they should split the bill with him. He wanted the guy, let him pay for it. And this is not a lot of money. The special masters make about 70 grand a year, right? So if your salary is about 70 grand, that's about $1,300 a week. That's chump change. And this guy is going to work for about 10, 12 weeks, right? So figure that out. It's going to cost $15,000. Donald Trump should be able to reach right into his pocket and pay that. And then he will figure out a way to screw somebody out of that money. But the DOJ should not give a dime toward the payment of the special master. And Donald Trump should be happy if the special master only worked 6 weeks instead of 12 weeks, because he would be paying less money. And maybe things would move a little bit faster. And maybe we could get some kind of a conviction out of this if things moved a little faster. And that doesn't mean I want him necessarily to go to jail. Oh, that would be a good thing, not only for the crimes he has committed as a president, but probably for the crimes he has committed as a businessman too. But in any event, what I really want, to make it impossible for him to ever run for a public office again. That's all I really want from this investigation. He's an old man. Trump is really an old man, so I don't think sending him off to jail for any length of time is going to change anything. The only thing in my mind that's going to change anything is to get Donald Trump out of the political arena, to strip him of the power that he has over large members of this community. Large members of this nation, for whatever reason, favor him over everybody else. They believe in him. He has corrupted our entire political system. Now, he is not the only one who's corrupted our political system. And the corruption started long before Donald Trump became president. There were two major events in 2008 that affected this country greatly. The U.S. Census Bureau released a new population projection based upon the census of 2000. According to the projection, which looked ahead until 2050, the country's non-Hispanic white population would fall below 50% in the year 2042. After 2042, the United States would be a majority-minority country, and this impending shift received a lot of news coverage, especially in the mainstream media. These projections were considered monumental and unprecedented, and taking place faster than expected. And in the words of one major commentator, the U.S. white majority was destined to disappear forever. Now, never bothered me, that projection. I didn't pay much attention, but it bothered a lot of people in this country at that time. And on top of that, Barack Obama became the President of the United States, which added greatly to white discomfort in many parts of this country. In fact, over the last 13 years, news coverage of the demographic changes has regularly brought up the subject of the link of majority-minority shift associated with the white decline. And on top of that, you have movements like the BLM movement, Black Lives Matter, and then the indigenous peoples movement protecting our Native Americans and their reservations. So this country is rife with attacks on what the whites consider their population, their country. And make no mistake about it, President Trump, ex-President Trump's words only increased the anxieties and defended them when he called the racists at Charlottesville very fine people. There were good people on both sides. He did not step forward and chastise those people as a great president would do. So I leave with those thoughts now, and I'll see you in the morning. Bye.